already knows what he's going to do. His plan is already set in motion. But he tests our faith, and faith should change our perspective on things, because when you read before, okay, actually, after he asked them this question, they were focused on the physical things. They were focused on the amount of money they had and the people around, because there was more than like 5,000 people, And so they were focused on physical things, but faith should make you change your perspective, okay, on things in life, because life, it can feel limited. With our means and our doings, it can be limited. When we focus on money, when we focus on the people that we have, the amount of people and XYZ, you know what I mean? It's very limited. That's why faith should make you see. Faith does wonders. It moves mountains. It makes you look past the physical and start seeing spiritually. Like, I have a God. I have Jesus. So the disciples should have been like, oh, we have this money, and it's not going to be enough, but we have you, Jesus. You who have, healed the sick and done so many miracles. Faith should change your perspective on life. Okay, so with this, John chapter 6, verse 6, is testing men's faith. Where is your faith? Faith should change your perspective. Okay, faith should make you trust in a living God. Okay, where things are unlimited. You know what I mean? If we have Jesus, we have the keys to the kingdom. Okay, so anything that we ask, it will be done according to God's will. As long as it falls under God's will, Many things we ask God, and he might not give it to us because it's not according to his will, but there's greater things. Okay, there's still greater things that he will give us. We shouldn't fret just because God withholds something from you. If he withholds something, that's even better. Like, Lord, thank you for not giving me this if it wasn't in your will, because your will is far greater. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to wait until you give me something far greater that's according to your will, So then continuing on, okay, the disciples were focused on, the material things. They're like, oh, we don't got this, we don't got that, we only have this amount of money, but it's not enough to feed the 5,000. So Jesus performs this great miracle where he has only but a few things, a few bread and few fish, and he thanks God the Father and he breaks it, and there was enough, so much that anybody could grab seconds, can grab thirds until they were filled. And then when they were filled, Jesus says, gather up the fragments so none are lost. Gather up the fragments that remain so none are lost. And you see this in verse 13. Okay, let nothing be wasted.